But what I was talking about with Snoop Dogg, he just had a viral clip talking about the streaming industry, specifically Spotify. On, have you seen it?
No.
Can you bring it up? You can take time and cut out the dead space, but um, basically Snoop was calling out the streaming industry, like we got to do a better job of taking care of the creators, because back in the day when you would sell, thousands, millions of CDs and everything else, you're selling them out of your vehicle. It's a physical CD or tape or whatever that you can buy, and
Right.
you would see profits from that, whether you're doing a split revenue deal or however you're getting paid from your label. And now with streaming, a lot of things are exclusive to streaming.
Yep.
You're not really selling those records. You're not really selling those CDs. You're not really seeing, like when you go to, I think he compared it to with the box office.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at a box office, when you sell X amount of tickets and you kind of see that revenue generation, the talent is able to split inside of that revenue stream.
Right.
Now with the streaming industry, with Spotify and everything else, it seems like Spotify is really buttoned up to kind of take advantage of the creator instead of sitting next to the creator and allowing everybody else to make their fair share in the whole thing. And we can listen to, throw on the headphones.
It's exciting, but streaming got to get their shit together. Because I don't understand how the fuck you get paid off of that shit. Like, can somebody explain to me how you can get 1 billion streams and not get $1 million? Like, that shit don't make sense to me. Like, I don't know who the fuck running the streaming industry, if you in here or not. But nigga, you need to give us some information on how the fuck to track this money down. Because 1 + 1 ain't adding up to 2. That shit don't add up, and I have to say it. Because that's the main gripe with a lot of us artists, is that we do major numbers with streams and this shit, but it don't add up to the money. Like, what the fuck is the money? When I first came out, my records would sell based off of physical. If you sold 1 million copies, that means if $9.99, $9 million, you get this percentage, that's what it is. So if I sell how many streams, how much money do I get? It's not being translated, and it's not working for the artist right now. And I just want to speak to that. In the music industry, like, that's fucked up. And we need to find a way to figure that out. The same way the writers are figuring out, the writers are striking because streaming, they can't get paid. Because when it's on the platform, it's not like in the box office. In the box office, if it does all these numbers, you may get an up. Oh, it did this many, here's another check. But on streaming, you got 300,000 hours that somebody watched your movie. Where's the money? And I know I'm going off a script right now, but fuck it. This is business.
Yeah.
This is business. You know what I'm saying? This is a room full of business people, and somebody may hear this and be able to do something about it, so that way the next artist don't have to struggle or cry or try to figure out how to get to his money. Because some of these artists are streaming millions and millions and millions and millions of fucking streams, and they don't got no millions of dollars in their pocket. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
I think I can't get up there. I can't get in front of a bunch of people and talk like that right now, just in the position I'm at. I can't even really comment on it other than I agree. I agree with him.
Yeah. And is that too, does it come from, it's probably a multitude of things, being with a label, Spotify, contracting, this, that, the other.
Yeah. And for me specifically, I have like several different means, ways to get money off of, radio. That's why that radio singles and radio number one is where music makes the most money. And so it's just going to take time. And I think something just passed recently where we're actually getting more of a percentage now from Spotify and streams, which is good and a step in the right direction. And I think as time goes on and as more subscribers in that pool, then the penny looks big.
Yeah.
But I agree with that, bro, because especially like an up and coming rapper who doesn't have a deal, but a song's gone crazy on TikTok, and then they're getting like 40 million. If you got 40 million, 50 million streams on a song on Spotify or across streaming platforms, like that should be.
When you say across streaming platforms, you're talking Spotify, even like Instagram, TikTok, like when they're using
TikTok,
it like
I
that.
believe started monetizing, but yeah, like Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, all of the places you can stream music. Yeah, like if I'm just an up and coming kid, doesn't have a label, and one of my songs that I've uploaded onto my Spotify account takes off and goes crazy, and it's on all these playlists and it has 40, 50 million. He's right. That should translate to substantial amount of money in my pocket. It doesn't right now, and definitely ain't going if 4 dudes wrote it. I get a few $100.
Fuck, man.
Like, I just asked my business manager about this the other day, not to talk about my finances, but this is like, I was like, yo, what? So I had 11 songs on the Dangerous album that I wrote. 2 of them were number ones, maybe. And then,
Talking about the Morgan's
on
album?
the Dangerous album, and 11 on the most recent one.
Yeah.
So just Morgan songs alone, 22 songs off the last 2 albums, not including like Heartless and other things. Morgan songs alone. You got to look. I mean, You Proof. Let's see here. Let's give you an idea. You Proof. Go to Morgan's.
Are you bringing up his Spotify?
Yeah, You Proof has 306 million streams. Wasted on You has 414 million streams. One Thing at a Time, 115
That's
million.
2 songs. You're over 700 million.
Right.
Like you're at $1 billion.
So that's 2 songs.
You're at $1 billion.
Okay. So and with all of the songs that I have out streaming, not just Morgan, just every song that I make money as a songwriter on Spotify.
You're thinking just writing alone. This isn't yours.
Just as a songwriter.
So the Kane Brown, the Sam Hunt song, all that
Jelly
stuff.
Roll, all that. I'll make I probably make like $4,000 a month off of that. So at the end of the day, maybe $55,000 a year off of billions of.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
That is
once it's. I mean, even if it is split up to co-writers, like it should be more money than that. If it was the 90s, if we were getting paid like songwriters are getting paid in the 90s, bro. Yeah, it's like writers just used to be balling out. Like if you had 22 album cuts on Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
You are Garth Brooks. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it has changed. That has changed, and it needs to balance out because, I'm going to be all right. But that's like.
For sure. Yeah. You're just
awesome. But if that's the only
example.
way somebody's going to be making some money,
yeah,
they need to be making more money than that to translate how many times that song has been listened to.
And let's just say those are like 3 songs that could take up a billion streams. Let's just say out of that billion,
labels are getting paid from it. That's where the money will get back to the labels. They're making tons of money. They own masters.
Yeah.
And which, revert back to a Jelly Roll episode on here, and he breaks that.
Yeah. He does a good job breaking that down since he's like an independent guy.
Yeah.
But let's just say out of that billion just picking 3 songs, let's just say 1 million people bought a CD or an album or a record, whatever it is, back in the day.
Like and a hard copy, like Walmart.
Copy. And you even just made 2% off that million, like
to the moon. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're
I'm Elon Musk.
You're making a lot more than $55,000 a year across all these songs that you're kind of talking with your business manager on.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, because I was just curious. I didn't have. My father-in-law asked me that the other day because it is a hot topic right now, and he was asking. I couldn't answer, so I recently just asked ballpark, and I was kind of shocked because you look at just those are the only 2 I can see the numbers on that I've written, but you're almost to $1 billion right there on 2 of them.
Yeah.
You got to imagine you add the rest of the other 20 up, you're probably on another couple billion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I don't know what the fraction is. What's $55,000 versus $2 billion? What is that?
Bring that up. We gotta fucking calculate
what is that?
Yeah, I mean you're in the point.
I'm not
zero.
bitching or complaining about.
No, I know, but you're like you're just giving context of what this industry is like, and it's I didn't take it as all like you're bitching.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, that is what it is. Like when you're performing, you're adding a lot of value, and it's like, man, this stuff is really getting capitalized on, and the amount of work and the amount of time you put into something. You're curious how the business model does look.
Yes.
I mean, it's like if you're putting in all that work in the industry that you're in, and you're only making, let's just say you're making $55,000 a year, just period. Just after all, you're like, okay, maybe I go look at get in the insurance game or sell some medical equipment because. Let's do away with the music.
Yeah, no, seriously, but I mean, dude, there's a lot of. I mean, now I'm a publisher too. I have a publishing company, the Cadillac Music, and I'm signing kids to write songs. It's like I want them to be able to make a living writing songs, even if they don't get a radio single #1. Like, but if they have a song that pops off, like my guys need to get paid because the song's popping off.
Yeah,
it don't matter if radio's picked it up or not. It should get that way, and I think it will, and I'm hopeful that the machine will continue to grow.
It'll keep trending in the right direction.
Right.
And you need guys like Snoop and all these other ways. It's like, you know,
Advocates are everything.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like at times you need quarterbacks and the best players at every position to kind of like, they have the microphone to kind of say those things because they're a little bit more, they can afford to do those types of things. They can afford to step out from a
piss
mic.
a few people off.
Yeah, exactly. And what was that? 55,000 divided by 2 billion?
Look at there, 0.0000275.
That's like how much you get per stream on a $2 billion or 2 billion streams. That's and to make $55,000 a year. That's how many you get per stream. How much?
I'm not good at math,
but you do it. Yeah,
that doesn't look great.
We're not good at math, but do it.
Yeah.